Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We are about to enter the third day of investigations, as we are quickly progressing through the trial of Miles Edgeworth. And today's trial was pretty eventful. For one thing, we are speculating now that the real murder did not actually happen on Gourd Lake, as has been previously surmised, but actually in the boat shop caretaker's shack, and that the true culprit is actually the boat shop caretaker, who we don't know the name of yet. So we're going to try to see if we can find out who he is and what exactly his motive is in today's episode. So let's get to it. Hey Maya, what was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. I thought he said a murder. I guess they changed it for that. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never. Nick... Yo! How's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Larry, you kind of interrupted a rather, serious moment here. That was the other thing I forgot to mention in the recap, was that Edgeworth, hinted at the very end of last time that he has been struggling with memories of something, from his past. Swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right on! Tell me the truth, it was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you could do better than that! Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude! Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me! Yeah! Bow before your hero! Okay, take it easy there, butts. Alright, let's talk about the trial. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Ha 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 ha. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty... edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is... I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and... who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me. Right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? This is kind of awkward for Maya. Enough with the silent treatment. Alright, let's ask about Edgeworth. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me, and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry. I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. A class trial? Hey, don't be going all Danganronpa on us here. Oh, we can actually just ask about that as a separate item. I guess that makes sense, though. Maybe you had to do both of these if we can unlock this one. You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school is really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day, we held a classroom trial, with me as the defendant. What kind of school does this? Wow, that's pretty intense. I didn't do it! Guilty! He did it! Guilty! It was you! Thief! Give the money back! You're such a meanie! No one play with him! Just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah, no borrowing my eraser! He shouldn't be allowed in the relay race, or on the library committee! Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you! Hey, did you rob that bank the other day? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Man, this classroom is full of a bunch of bullies. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. Oh, this is adult Phoenix talking. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. What's up with this shirt, by the way? What is that? I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happens. Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? I love how he's, like, dressed up kind of similarly to, like, what he is now, even though he's in school. That's pretty funny. No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everyone ganging up and picking on one person. Wow, Larry has not changed much since he was in 3rd grade. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it! Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. Who are the 2 kids at the front, by the way? That's how it happened. After that, the 3 of us were the best of friends. Wow. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned that what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I had been there, they would have thought I'd done it. But you were there, at least toward the end of it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Alright, let's talk about after the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Man, what kind of journalism is that? Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Well, it's not too dissimilar to his mentor, Von Karma. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought, too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it, though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Nick! 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 We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. Very well, maybe. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. Or what? I'd settle for who. Yeah, exactly. I guess I can queen out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. I'm wondering what we queened out. I guess we don't have the camera from Lotta anymore, or the second lake photo. But we do still have the parrots and the case file. We haven't actually looked at this yet, I don't think. So let's read this. Case summary. Date: 12/28/2001. Location: Elevator District Courthouse. Air in elevator was oxygen depleted at time of incident. No clues found on the scene. Victim data: Gregory Edgeworth, age 35. Defense attorney, trapped in elevator, returning from a lost trial with son, Miles Edgeworth, age 9. One bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Suspect data: Yanni Yogi, age 37. Court bailiff, trapped in elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Polly? Huh. Well, that's rather suspicious. I just assumed this parrot was named Polly simply because that's a common name for a parrot, but I'm beginning to wonder who this boat shop caretaker actually is. Alright, I don't think we have anything more, so let's go ahead and move to here, although I don't know what we're going to talk about here with Edgeworth if he's not going to open up to us. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth? I heard the story about the class trial. I don't know if I would go there. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? Oh, well, I guess he doesn't remember. No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh. Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'll do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth. Why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. I'm wondering if that's also the reason why Edgeworth doesn't remember the class trial either, since it was even further ago than that. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Well, it's understandable. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Yeah, going up against your former mentor like that, that's, or being in a position where your former mentor is targeting you is, not a fun one. Let's go and visit, all the other spots on our rounds here. Gourd Lake Park entrance. Hey, it's Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal, long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up, I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Okay, I guess that's all we can talk with him about. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. Eek! No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one could go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Ooh. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Yeah, that was one thing I was wondering about, was the fact that there was a no camping sign there, and she was there, so I'm kind of glad that that was addressed. Well, let's see what's going on here at the hot dog stand. I guess the Steel Samurai has been retired. Huh? The Steel Eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Alright, well, let's go to the place that we know we need to check out, which is here. I'm curious if we can sneak in and check out that safe, now that the guy is missing. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem! I know that clearing of the throat anywhere! Mr. Grossberg!
Ah, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Yeah, you always say that. Mr. Grossberg! This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Ho ho! What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I might be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? That's a good question. Alright, well, let's go inside the shack. I guess the parrot is still here. Nobody's home. Hello? Hello? Squawk. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello? Hello? Squawk. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello? Hello? Squawk. Oh, I guess we need to examine. That would make more sense. Let's take a look at Polly. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick? You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Alright, so nothing we can do there, but I am curious about this. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228, squad. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. Yeah, those numbers are suspiciously familiar to some other numbers we've been hearing. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aww. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? And Nick! Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now's the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth, calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Letter from the safe added to the court record. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This note details the murder and setup. There's nothing left in the safe. I wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him. He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial. Yeah, that would make sense. Can we do anything else with you? No, there's a check mark, so let's get out of here. I think I'm going to visit the precinct, and then I'll go visit Marvin Grossberg. If I had to guess, we probably need to show that letter to him. So let's go here. Well, if the boat shop caretaker is Yanni Yogi, then who would be the person who sent him the letter, then? Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet.
Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today.
Oh, really?
He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow.
The boat shop caretaker.
He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal.
Good luck, Gumshoe. Alright, well, nothing more to do here, so let's go back here. 1 day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. Alright, let's go to Grossberg. And see if he can help us. He's out again. When does he work, anyway? Now, don't be harsh. Guess I'll have to come back later. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm not exactly sure what to do. Maybe we can show this to Edgeworth. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me? Yeah, that's the other thing. If it is Yanni Yogi, I can understand why he might want revenge on Robert Hammond, since Robert Hammond was the defense attorney. But, well, actually, wait a minute, no. Because didn't Robert Hammond get him declared innocent? Like, that wouldn't really make any sense. But why would he want revenge on Miles? Like, he was just a kid in the elevator, right? That doesn't really make any sense at all. Who is that old guy, anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, Wright. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So, he was following this letter, then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. 2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond? It also says, this is your last chance. So if this is about the DL6 incident, that would make sense, considering that the statute of limitations is about to run out. Last chance? Wait, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, why would Robert Hammond be someone who ruined his life if he found him innocent? Like, that's kind of a strange thing if he is Yanni Yogi. Well, let's talk to him about Yogi. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. I guess that's the sound of the earthquake. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled.
Help! I can't breathe!
Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed at the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Or Hammond, for that matter. Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. There we go. Now the A got put back in. I think the time has come to tell all. Okay, let's find out about the nightmare. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe! You're using up my air! What? Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! Ah! What? What are you? Stop breathing my air! No! Father! He's attacking Father! Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! Warg! And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? I don't know, Maya. That sounds, pretty serious. That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe... There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows about DL6. Indeed there is. Alright, let's go ahead and go to Grossberg now. Wow, that is quite a revelation. The idea that Edgeworth may have been the one who killed his father. That's pretty serious. Mr. Grossberg.
Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding, I can't believe you're not.
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. Hmm?
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He...
I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father?
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder...
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm?
Well,
also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder.
This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired and the deed was done.
No!
I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it.
Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him.
The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And? He lost, and died in despair, as it were. I see. Let's talk about Maya's mother. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed,
the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
A lot of M names in this family. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi.
Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see.
Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghosts. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you.
But a possibility nonetheless. I love how Grossberg is totally on board with spirit mediums and ghosts and everything, like it's nothing. I guess he knew Mia, so maybe that came out. Can we present the letter to him?
Oh, so this is the letter.
It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Yeah, exactly. Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Huh? His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially, he was ruined. Ah, okay. Now it makes a little more sense. Huh?
You'll understand soon enough. Wait.
What is it?
This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this?
Do you have any idea who wrote this? Well, the only person I can think of who stands to gain something from all this could be Von Karma. I mean, it can't be Yogi. He wouldn't write a letter to himself and plant it in the boat shack. And Edgeworth, of course, we know is not the guilty party and is telling Yogi to frame him, so that would not really make any sense either. But Von Karma is a perfectionist, and if Gregory Edgeworth was calling attention to him, I could see why, he might have some interest in this, especially if his methods were being called out. Could it be Manfred Von Karma?
Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma. Wait! You're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it!
I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What?
But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred Von Karma himself.
What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Indeed, that is rather suspicious.
If it was truly Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth.
He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father.
He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. Yeah, I would have thought that maybe he would do this just kind of as a way to free or get back at Miles's father. You know, this is kind of the next best thing in some ways. And of course, you know, Miles, if he did shot his own father, would be a target for revenge in terms of Yogi's life being ruined, as we had previously discussed. So I can definitely see that angle, at least. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. Exactly. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Oh? This sounds like an important detail. Also, did we note earlier when we found the letter that the handwriting was really perfect? I'm sure that was not an accident. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. I don't think they're that strange.
In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work.
I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. He wanted to keep a perfect record so badly. Why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him.
Yes, Mr. Wright.
I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. Isn't that manslaughter? Although it could be different in Japan. I also think that that's why he mentioned the whole reputation thing is, you know, if you are associated with a criminal or if you have a criminal record in Japan, you're pretty much ruined socially for a very long time. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything.
In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials, Well, I guess we should go back to the police department. Let's do that. Ooh, we get the happy music here. Well, let's talk, or what to do and any ideas. What do you think we should do now, Maya? You would know best, Nick. Just do what you do. That should work. Yeah, real helpful. Well, had any good ideas? This is all tied to the DL6 incident. We better find out as much as we can about that murder before tomorrow. Something that happened back then as a hold on Edgeworth and we won't let go. Alright, let's go to the Criminal Affairs Department. Okay, good. I guess this is where we need to go. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy. Yogi. Ah, it's you! I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't just have anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. Uh-oh. You can go in there as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. Alright, let's go to the records room. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Alright, well, let's look around. We didn't get a chance to do that before, I don't think. Here are files of collected case reports. There's quite a large volume of reports here. Wow, these are all case reports. Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases. I guess my sister's case report is in here too. Quietly gathering dust. Probably so, sadly. There are shelves stuffed with case files in the back of the room too. Forgotten cases rotting away for eternity. Nick, let's get what we need and get out of here. All this dust is getting to me. It looks like there are files inside this glass case. The case is so dusty I can't see what's inside. Nick, it's locked. They must keep important case files in there. Well, what about this one that's open? Let me look here first. This cabinet is where they keep evidence for current cases. Some of the things are obviously murder weapons. Others are question marks. Most of it just looks like random junk. Nick, what do you think this clothespin is for? Don't touch that, it's evidence. Alright, well, let's look at this one. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking at it recently. The label says, Unsolved Cases, Evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick! The file for DL6, it's completely empty! What?
What are you doing in here?
Von Karma!
You. How do you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
Well, what are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon, you see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Alright, well, let's talk to Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate.
Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you?
Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why?
Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival.
That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow.
Well, can we get out of here? Don't tell me that we have to present the letter to him. Haven't we? This is like the third case where we've done this. Like at the end of this last day of investigations where we show like something critical to the bad guy. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder.
Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it. So you admit... Oh, I should have just waited. So you admit it. You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? Whoa! A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now, give me the letter. No! No! Whoa! Where are you? Nick, run! Ah! Maya! Out of my way! What? He got us.
Okay, two things. One, shouldn't there be like a camera there in the records room recording all this stuff? And two, why wouldn't Phoenix just make a copy of that before showing it to someone like that? That's not a very smart move. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya! Is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes! Maya! The letter! Did he take it? Well, thank goodness you're okay. Huh? Oh yeah, are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Maya. Grr, there has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Huh? Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. Remember, Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. DL6 bullet stashed in a pocket, taken from Gregory Edgeworth heart, still bears clear ballistic markings. Well, I'm sure that's going to be important. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. To be continued. Woo-wee! Things really heated up there, didn't they? Alright, well the final showdown is about to hit tomorrow. So until then, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves today. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I'll catch you next time. So take care, and I'll see you on the final day